Back in my late teens, early 20s, I was abused by my father in a house, or a family friend. And that once that happened, it was just downhill spiral from then. I couldn't tell anybody because my dad threatened to hurt my mom. And from that point on, I just bottled everything up. I didn't talk about anything that had happened. And then in 1989 was my first suicide attempt with antifreeze and a Mountain Dew. And that was my first suicide attempt. Then in 2011, I lost my mom, who was my best friend, because I was her caregiver. And I started drinking heavily, and just to numb the pain, and I worked, but I just, every day was work, drink, pass out. That was just my life. What brought me to the Women's Lifehouse was suicide attempt on December 27th, 2015. And I shot myself, and I was in the hospital for 10 days. I got out, had another suicide attempt in the end of January. Got out. My aunt and uncle brought me to the Women's Lifehouse on February 8th of 2016. And I talked with Carla, and you know, I told her I needed to think about it. And that night, I had a huge blow up with my family, which led to another suicide attempt at the end of February. And then finally, I came to the Women's Lifehouse on March 17th of 2016. And I didn't think I could do it with the program and going to church 3 times a week, doing the classes, having structure, which is something that, you know, I didn't feel I needed. You know, I'm 48 years old. You know, I'm old enough, I should know better. And then I had another suicide attempt when I went back to my old apartment. Why I was at the Lifehouse, but I OD'd, and I had sent a text to Carla telling her to tell my family that I loved them and that I was sorry. And I don't know how she knew where I was, but she found me and called 911, and I just feel that Pastor Jimmy and Carla are like guardian angels. You know, I wouldn't be here today if I hadn't went to the program or to the Lifehouse. Well, what I tell them about the Lifehouse, it is a good Christian-based program. If you want to make changes, it is a good program. But you have to put the effort, the time and effort into it, and you want to make changes, because they will walk with you, but you have to do the work. I mended fences with family and friends. I've gained a good support system, which is something that I was lacking. I trust a little bit more easily than I had in the past. where would I be without not coming to the Lifehouse? I probably wouldn't be on this earth, because I probably would have taken my life if I hadn't come when I did. Well, I'll never forget that day when Carla asked if I wanted to be the house manager. I thought, really? I was just shocked. I'm like, yes, I feel like I'm giving back what was given to me, if that makes sense. There's hope for everybody that comes through the door at the Lifehouse. But like I said before, you have to want to make the changes, because it's not going to work if you don't want to make changes in your life. And like Pastor Jimmy always says, if your way was working, you wouldn't be here. And I don't know how many times I heard that and I'm like, it's so true. You know, if your way was working, you wouldn't be here. How far I've come, to say, wow, I survived all of that. I shouldn't be here. God had a purpose for me, and He's not done with me yet. I've been sober for 23 months. Going to be 2 years in April 14th. Pretty proud of that fact. The Women's Lifehouse was a godsend. I was meant to go through the program. Didn't feel it at first, but as I was working my way through the program, and I had to have time to heal because I was hurt so much. And I hope sharing my story will help somebody who's embarking on a journey with Christ, for them to know that they're loved. Hello, I'm Alisa. I'm the house manager at the Women's Lifehouse.